then the jiu-jitsu is going to be the complement of everything, right? You want a healthy lifestyle, you do jiu-jitsu. You want to build a good cardiovascular, you do jiu-jitsu. You want to build flexibility, jiu-jitsu. You wanna build your self-confidence, the jiu-jitsu right there, man. You know, I don't see nothing more effective in life than jiu-jitsu. And jiu-jitsu, that's the thing about jiu-jitsu. Doesn't matter your background. If you're a lawyer, a dentist, if you're a lawyer, you become a better lawyer. If you're a dentist, you will become a better dentist. If you're an engineer, you will become a better engineer. Then people go, oh, why is it jiu-jitsu for everything? I go, man, when you build your self-confidence, you will be good on every aspect of your life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hands-On Logos podcast. This is where we discuss current events, personal growth, and any other random topic that crosses our minds. Our goal is to have a meaningful discussion that help us to see the topics we discuss more clearly. Our hope is we can help you expand your self-awareness, develop your critical thinking, and learn to be less reactive to the world around you. And most importantly, remember, be curious. If you like what you hear, like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any feedback, please leave a comment. We want to hear what you think. We appreciate you.
Let's go.
Chris, guess what day it is?
It is
Podcast Thursday. And if you notice something, it's like we got a guest, a very famous guest. I'm going to introduce you in just a second, actually. And we're together, Chris.
first time we've recorded this physically together.
That's right.
Normally we're...
The first time normally doing on...
This is episode 28.
Number 28.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I have I'm so excited. I have a very special guest. So this is my master. His name is Allan Goes, 8-time world champion, MMA fighter. You are jiu-jitsu, right? You don't know jiu-jitsu. It's like you are jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely. That's what I tell everybody. You practice jiu-jitsu. Go, no, man, I am jiu-jitsu.
You are jiu-jitsu.
My body and soul is jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
That's what I do.
And I was a student of yours for a few years, potentially, maybe one of the worst students you've ever had.
I have to disagree with this. I have a student who 20 years old that walking in the gym, quit the next month. The month right after 30 days because they hurt their pinky. You come to my gym, you have some health issue with diabetes, all that stuff, but you never quit. I tell you to train, you train. I have to whip you sometimes. You take the whip like a man.
All right, okay, that's good. So maybe I'm not the worst. Not the worst.
You're not even close to that.
Not even close.
You're not even close. Imagine a kid at 20 years old, start training for a couple of weeks, then, I hurt my toe. Oh, my shoulder hurt. This generation today is so weak. You know, the generation of excuses. People create excuses the whole time. Then the way I grew up, we have no time for excuse.
You know, that's what, remember I just started, and I think I started, and then we had COVID, right?
Yeah, I started the COVID.
And I stopped coming, and you called me, and you're like, where are you? I'm like, do you know this thing called COVID's going on? You know, isolating and everything. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. I go, no, I never heard because I grew up here in Rio de Janeiro. We used to swim in dirty water. COVID gets in, my body's going to be afraid.
And then you told me something really interesting. You said, in COVID, if you don't exercise, you just stay by yourself, you're going to die anyways. At least COVID, you have a chance of living.
Of course.
So
exactly, because what's COVID? That's weak immune system.
Yeah.
What's the exercise do to you? Boost your immune system up.
Yeah. Build
you strong. How possibly we cannot tell people to do exercise?
Yeah.
People dying more than staying home.
Yeah, and I think so. There was so much fear. There was much fear.
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
No, I know. Well,
I have no fear. I ain't COVID on the dinner. Lunch and dinner ain't COVID. COVID the guts in my body, they're gonna go, oh man, no, not there. When they see my immune system, they're gonna go, man, my immune system have everything since the typhoid to Ebola. They go, oh no, no. The COVID gets there's gonna be ate by other.
So if he were to eat the original bat,
Yeah.
that was the bat that gave us COVID.
Bat. I ate the bat like I ate the bat wings that must be taste delicious. You fry a little bit. I don't believe like COVID comes from animal.
That was an excuse.
Yeah, of course. People's gonna create an excuse. Of course. Yeah. And I eat animal, every single animal. You tell me the name of the only animal we don't eat in my tribe in Brazil is monkey. That's the only animal.
All right.
Yes. Yes. That's the only one we don't eat it.
I like monkey.
No, because I don't know why they don't eat it because they communicate with monkeys. They have a good relation with the.
Oh,
Too close to the.
Too close to us.
like for us, we don't want to eat cats.
For us, was
Okay, gotcha.
What? Too close isn't like pets, or too close isn't like.
too close as a pets. Too close as a pets.
Yeah.
You know, that's like dog. We don't eat dog.
No, because it's just our pet.
Yeah, it's
Dog cats, we leave.
like crocodile, snakes, cow, pig, I don't.
Okay, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. But if it's a wild pig hunting in the wild, yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
not those pigs they sell in the supermarket full of hormone, full of.
Yeah.
You know, that's the I avoid this
Mhm.
the maximum because we already eat bad food, the whole processed food that's going on.
Yeah.
Now, if we can avoid one more bad food,
Yeah.
I do it. But every animal, man.
And fish too, of course.
I have a lake driving right in my house behind my backyard.
Yeah.
Are you fishing in that lake?
Yes, but I throw back because it's a catfish. I'm not big.
Another than 30 good.
I didn't even think about that because that's one of those man-made lakes, right?
Yeah.
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 And it's a catfish. And I would eat the catfish, but the only problem with the catfish is a lot of bone. The last time I ate catfish, I have a bone stuck in my throat.
Super
Have
fine.
you ever had Vietnamese catfish? So, like over in Westminster, there's several restaurants that do it. It's like a little fancier when you go there, and you'll get they get the size of the catfish is based on the size of the group. And they deep fry.
Deep fried.
And so it's crispy on the outside, the meat's well cooked, and then of course it comes with lots of side dishes. And
Fried fish. For me, the fish have to be fried. I like. I try to avoid a lot of oil frying, but fish for me, man, or it's raw, or it's fried. You know what I
I
mean?
don't raw catfish though. I have to know how to feed her.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But put a little soy sauce. Put the soy sauce.
I'm okay eating most raw fish, but some things just don't work for me. Catfish is one of them.
Yeah, meat. Have you eaten raw meat?
I've had raw beef. I've had raw horse.
Oh, delicious raw horse. I ate I was in Australia. My buddy go, you gotta eat the kangaroo. I go, man, I ain't sure this doesn't sound right, man. But let's try it. Oh man, delicious.
I would have thought, yeah, okay. Those wild
Very
animals.
good. Very good. In Australia, they eat kangaroo like. They have in Australia. They have more kangaroo than humans.
They allow hunting for a lot of areas because it's just overrun.
Yeah.
It's almost like vermin. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it like pig in Texas where they just hunt.
Yeah, Hawaii too. Hawaii.
It's actually not even hunting, it's massive here. Because what they do is there's so many feral pigs, they go in helicopters and
They start shooting down. Yes.
it's not.
Because
Yeah, it's a pass.
the pest, they destroy the whole environment because they're not local from the area. That's
Yeah.
the reason.
Yeah, it's crazy and everything. Okay, so so the podcast is about logic and critical thinking.
Thing about it.
Okay.
Logic and critical.
But here's the thing though. It's like you are literally a jiu-jitsu legend. So we're gonna have to talk about jiu-jitsu some too. And I occasionally bring jiu-jitsu.
How surprising! We're going to talk about jiu-jitsu.
It's like I'm trying to bring it up at least 10 times every podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because I believe with my experience of you, that jiu-jitsu basically will solve every single problem a human being could possibly have.
I firmly believe on that because I tell you all the time. I tell sometimes it's even a joke between my friends because I talk about ice and jiu-jitsu. My buddy goes, "Oh, I got a fever upon ice."
Yeah.
I know, headache, ice. You got that ice because truly, if you have a fever, use ice. Use the body temperature. You put under your armpit. Drop your body's temperature. People don't know. They all jump into aspirin and Tylenol instead of doing what we used to do thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like no natural treatment.
Yeah.
And people is so all those days addicted to the pharmaceutical industry. They're so dependent, and they don't even know what's going on out there. Right? Then for me, the giants in jiu-jitsu, they walk hand to hand. Right? Every time I get fever, I get flu, whatever, I take ice bath.
Yeah.
So that's your answer to everything in life: ice or
Jiu-jitsu, ice and jiu-jitsu. Ice, I'm a big advocate for ice bath and sauna. That's the two things that we have to do every day. Every day. And eat good. Right? Then the jiu-jitsu is gonna be the complement of everything. Right? You want a healthy lifestyle, you do jiu-jitsu. You want to build a good cardiovascular, you do jiu-jitsu. You want to build flexibility, jiu-jitsu. You wanna build your self-confidence, the jiu-jitsu right there, man. I don't see nothing more effective in life than jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And jiu-jitsu, that's the thing about jiu-jitsu. Doesn't matter your background. If you're a lawyer, a dentist, if you're a lawyer, you become a better lawyer.
Yeah.
If you're a dentist, you will become a better dentist. If you're an engineer, you will become a better engineer. Then people go, "Oh, why is it jiu-jitsu for everything?" You go, man, when you build your self-confidence, you will be good on every aspect of your life. Because what's the human being is? Human being is this animal that fears everything. We were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, we have some kind of human beings in this world. We have the lions and the chihuahuas.
Yeah.
There's a two human beings.
And
One that's gonna be bark, bah, 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 and the other one that's. Have you seen the lion? See the lion how he hunts?
Yeah.
Lion make no freaking sound. Lion, by the time you hear the lion, you're dead.
Well, he makes the women hunt. They hunt.
Of course,
Let's go.
but
Oh no, he's the final.
who's in the back over there protecting him?
Yeah, he's the final.
Exactly. He's the protector. He's the king. He's right there. Goes, hey, go hunt because if anybody messes with you,
Oh yeah.
eat him there.
We're gonna eat.
Exactly. Hey, you trap them, we finish the job.
Exactly.
Then that's what I believe. And that's the idea of jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu. My master Carson Gracie once said, "You walk into my gym like a chicken, and you live as a lion. You walk as a chicken, live as a lion." Because everybody, my master was like my father, like my mentor. He knows everything about me. He knows how to hit me on the spot. Right? One time I was a black belt. I'm ready to think I was a tough guy. "Yeah, master, what's up? I can do this." And he goes, no, stop. I remember when you walk into my gym, you were a chicken. I'm okay. Damn. Thanks, master. Thanks for reminding me.
This is the thing about jiu-jitsu, that it does nothing else, but it suppresses your ego. It makes you be less full of yourself, and it realizes you don't know everything.
It's like Socrates said once. I know that I don't know anything.
That's right.
You got to walk into this mentality into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because to know what's the problem of smart people, they think everybody else is stupid.
Yeah.
The moment that you think like this, that's the problem with guys very smart. They try to bring their wisdom of being a doctor, engineer into jiu-jitsu. Buddy, throw your pedigree, your background out of the window because that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that was my problem, right? Because you remember
Overthinking, overanalyzing things. Because on my job I analyze like this. I gotta do the same jiu-jitsu too. That's not gonna work. Get your job, keep on your job over there. Use the jiu-jitsu to improve you at your job. Don't bring your job to jiu-jitsu because that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's gonna be I tell you what's gonna happen if you do this. A recipe for disaster. You're gonna quit if you do that. But the moment you leave, my master used to say, walk on this mat, everybody's equal. Get your ego, hang right on the door over there, and walk to this mat. Because if you walk with your ego over there, your ego will be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna learn.
But there was times some people, they couldn't handle it. I remember there was one guy.
No, it's a bunch of people could handle. Look, that's why I told you when you were asking me, hey, Allan, I was the worst student you have. I go, no, that's absolutely false. Because I have kids with 20 years old, go to the gym, get choked, and go to the corner and start, I don't want to do this anymore.
But that's because their ego couldn't handle.
Of course.
It's part of building
Of course. It's all about this.
It's rebuilding your ego, rebuilding your self-confidence. Self-confidence and ego, I think, are not quite the same thing, but they're tied
But
together.
they're together. But it seems like, ego, that's a funny word, because that's like in the Greek, it comes from the word ego. Ego is the word that means
Yes.
that's the definition of everything. And we tend to kind of think it's sort of a bad thing, but I think if it's too much.
We mean inflated ego.
Inflated, yeah.
Right? The ego is bigger than it should be.
Yeah, it's like you're prideful, and you actually are evaluating yourself as more capability than.
Yeah. Sometimes when they call ego, no, ego is not negative. It's nothing negative. You can have your ego.
Yeah.
That's fine. But don't let your ego overcome yourself.
Yes.
The moment that this happened, then
This is what you can do. And because you're so good at what you do, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but you're still only here. Right?
Yeah.
But you let I'm really good at this. I'm really good at this. So obviously I'm really good at this and I'm really good at this.
But the thing is, like my master used to say, hey, you good, but you have somebody else coming right behind you as hungry as you are, as good as you are. Or maybe better. Right? Then don't let your ego inflate it. Keep your ego to keep you wise. Don't let your ego overcome yourself. Keep your ego in check and be a hard worker. Because I'm not a guy that believes in talent. I'm a disbeliever in talent. I'm not a guy. So a lot of people go, oh, I have a little talent. I have my friends. Oh, you are lucky you have a talent for jiu-jitsu. I don't believe in that. All my buddies that said it, Allan, you have talent. That's why you're good. It's because by the time when I was training hard, they were on the beach. When I was training hard, they were on the club. When I was training hard, they was hanging out with their girlfriends. Guess what? My girlfriend was the Mets. My girlfriend was metal on the chest. That was I have a girlfriend with a lot of people think, oh, Brazilian got girlfriend earlier. They got girlfriends earlier. No, man. My first girlfriend, I was 18 years old. I never had any physical contact with a woman until I was 18 years old. Because I was so focused in jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu come to be, for me, something very addictive.
Oh, yeah.
If you train jiu-jitsu, you're going to see.
No, it's like a drug.
Like a drug. Because it gets you in that mood. It's like it's like you're getting information every day, and you go, oh man, you're building your data with the information, and you go, man, and it's not only the information that's superficial, because we can build data with superficial information that's not going to do nothing for you. But Jiu-Jitsu is different. Jiu-Jitsu brings the information that's going to be valuable in your life, that's really going to open your world. Your world's going to be, wow. Why I didn't do? I guarantee he probably thought, man, why I didn't learn this when I was young?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I can't even explain exactly. I just tell people you got to go do it. I tell people, Chris, you just got to go do it because it's long, hard, frustrating. Which is little moments that you feel good, but then boom, you get crushed.
Exactly. How many times? Okay, I, I train in the gym with all world champions.
Yeah.
When I walk into my gym, was not, I'm going to walk in the park. Oh, today is going to be fun because I'm going to kick everybody's ass. No, I was walking in the gym and go, holy moly. Today is the day today, what day is today? Okay, Monday. Everybody's hungry to train because everybody rests on Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Everybody, I go, oh my God. When I walk into the gym, I have the best in the world over there. I have Murilo Bustamante, I have Paulo Filho, I have Minotauro Nogueira, and I have the best of the best in there. It's not like you're going to walk into your gym, there's a bunch of guys that you beat them up every day. No. Many times ago, I came over here, trained, oh, today beat everybody up, oh, that was good. Next day, go, oh, don't go with the same mentality. Go, oh, I'm going to beat everybody up like I did yesterday. No, because this guy already thinking ahead. If you sit in the comfortable zone of, oh, I beat him up today, tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing, you're wrong. You got to think, okay, today I beat all my buddies, my training partners, really good. I dominate them. But what else I can bring to the table new so I can surprise them because they already know what I did the day before and 2 days before. And every day was a layer
Leveling up.
level up so I don't get caught. Right? Because if you sit in the comfortable zone and go, oh, no, yesterday I beat this guy up, buddy. Then you're going to get beat, and the next day you're going to get beat. You're going to end up being frustrated.
So when you think back, like the best fights you've ever had, the best matches you ever had, are any of them ones where you lost?
Oh, so quite a few were lost. That when we lose, that's the best moment of processing and the best moment to learn. Because when you win, that's like, that's what, I never sit on the mindset, even when I win, I never sit on the mindset, oh, tomorrow, next month, I'm going to compete, I'm going to win again. No, I think, man, what I did, I won, but what it can bring to the table that I can surprise this guy again, because eventually this guy's going to be watching my fight, and he's going to try to count attack me on those positions. What I can bring to the table, right? On the defeat, you do this 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to make the same mistake you did previously. For example, a lot of couple of times I lost was literally condition that I got tired. Oh man, I overtrained.
Oh, you didn't have enough rest.
Never
Okay.
overtrained. Right? For example, and one time was not. The other time was a lack of training, because that's when we talk about the ego. I was, since the yellow belt, I went all the way to the brown belt. I never lost one match. Yeah, because I was 12 years old. 11
Oh,
years.
all those.
Yeah, when you were a kid,
Okay.
10, 11 years old. I went to yellow belt, all the way to the brown belt division, would never lose one match.
Oh, so that was causing your ego to go up there. Oh, you're on.
Then when I used to walk to the competition, the whole stadium stopped to see me fighting because they know I was already in the fight. I was this new superstar of the brown belt.
Yeah.
because I've been dominating everybody since the yellow belt. Oh, this guy never lost to anybody. People used, a crowd used to get around the final crowd, get around the mats to watch my match. And that this the beginning when I never was thinking too much. Okay, I got to do my job. I kept training. When this begin to hit my ego, girls and comes around and fame, and I go, oh yeah, man, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. That's the collapse.
Yeah.
That's because this happened to every athlete. This happened to everybody.
Isn't that amazing? That's what the Bible says. Pride comes before the fall.
Every athlete, this happened. This happened to me as well. Then it was then I'm on the final. That I trained, but not as hard as I should, right? And I trained not as hard as I should, and my diet wasn't good as I should do. I go, I can eat this. I can eat a little chocolate. I can drink a little Coca-Cola. This guy's nothing. I already walked through this guy before. I'm gonna walk. I've been walking through those guys since I'm a yellow belt.
Oh my God! So you are so far ahead in your mind. You're like, I can slow down just a little bit. Not that I can, but I'm going to take the foot off the gas.
I gotta take because I've been dominated everybody since the yellow belt division, and man, nobody.
When that's when the problems.
That's when then what? No, not the problem. That's when comes the reality check. Right? That's the reality.
Because that other guy behind you is hungry. He
Hungry.
wants you.
Hungry. Because he goes, man, this guy's been taking everybody's medal for the last decade.
So you got a target on you, and there's nothing more that can get rid of you.
Of course.
What is that going to do to his ego if he beats you?
Exactly.
He's going to go through the roof. Then another guy's going to beat them, right?
You want to beat the best.
Yeah, of course. You're a target.
You want to beat the best. And I have a target in my back, and I was cruising like this guy. Man, nobody can beat me because I'm the last decade I've been dominating. Never lost. Then I walked to this match like, oh, it's nothing. Then I got smoked.
It was.
That not only that, beat me up, and he beat me up in the open division, right? The open divisions, everybody fight anybody. There's no weight limit, right? And the open division, he smokes me, right? He beat me by 8-2, something like that. Then the next day I have to fight in my division. When I woke up in the morning, I go, man, I go so hungry. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to kill those guys, man. I'm going to murder those guys tomorrow. My division, those guys going to pay. When I woke up in the morning, my back was jammed. Man, my back. I can barely move. I pulled from the top of my back, right on the middle of my back. I pulled this, and I couldn't move well. Then I woke up in the morning, I got put some ice, and my master's calling me. And I was calling my house. Good master, gonna be there. Come on, the category's gonna start soon. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there. I couldn't recover. My back was so bad. Then master called again. Master, I'm not going. You go, what's going on? Are you in fear? I go, no, I'm not in fear. I want to go there, kill those guys, but I cannot move. You know, I wasn't. Next day, that frustration began to kick in, but I don't want to let the frustration. And oh man, I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Oh, now you're starting to doubt.
I'm not as good as I thought I was. Oh man, my pain. If I go there, and if I get defeat, oh, if this has happened, man, it's gonna be my second loss. I'm back to back. After 10 years, I'm gonna have two losses and one tournament. Oh man, and that's one. My back was really bad, and two, the stout began to come, and I even tried to force to go. My brother go, no, don't go, man. You hurt. I don't know. I'm gonna go there to show those guys that I don't fear them. I want to go there, my brother. Don't go. I go, no, I want to show those guys that I'm not gonna fear them. Don't go, man. My brother kind of talked to me, convinced me, end up not going. That I thought was the best decision.
Okay.
One of those best decisions I take in my life was not going. Then what I did was I took myself off the scenario for a couple months because I want to reflect what happened. I took about this a week or two of jiu-jitsu, go, man, I need to reflect. I need to enjoy a little bit of life. You know what I mean? Because I was concentrating for the last decade, every day training nonstop. And my brother go, dude, just go travel, go do something, go to the beach, go enjoy life. Because the last 10 years on, the last 10 years, a decade, you don't lose it, man. Don't let this get in your head. Go enjoy life. That was the best advice my brother gave to me, because he go, you know what? I gotta go start going to the beach more. I gotta enjoy the beach in the morning, because my beach was 1 hour on the beach and back to the gym. I never stay at the beach like my buddies all day, go to nightclub. I was never a drink guy. Alcohol was never my thing as well. And I think that was the best lesson I had on my defeat.
So I was thinking, interesting. So when someone experiences, and they have a huge ego and they experience a defeat like that, you can either get crushed, mentally get crushed, and then from there on it's down, or you can do what you're talking about. You got to a point where you could rebuild, but you actually stepped away, got out of that situation to let your mind kind of rebuild itself. Is that what is the tool that you were used to focus on going back to getting better and not just going downhill?
For me, it was because I've been non-stop training for a long time. Never took a break. I was competition after competition, national, state, national, international, state, compete back.
But it never occurred to you, oh, I lost. I'm a loser. Bye-bye. That never occurred to you?
Not really. For me, it was more the frustration that I couldn't pull the trigger.
But you still had the mindset that you could do it.
Yes.
It just, whatever reason, you failed this time.
Yeah, no, but I knew why I failed. I knew why I failed.
You were
Because
angry with yourself?
I was very upset with myself, because afterwards kick the frustration and go, man, why I ate chocolate? Why I drink Coca-Cola? Why I ate a little burger here and there? You know what I mean? When I was never doing that, I was restricted to my diet, restricted to my training. Yeah. You know what? When I thought, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that was my mistake. And I knew it was not the point of, oh, I think I'm done. No, it was the point of, man, I know what I did there.
Well, so the example you gave of the 20-year-old who comes in and hurts his pinky and leaves, right? So he has an ego. He comes in, he gets hurt. And instead of saying, oh, what did I do wrong? How could I do better? Just give up. What's the difference between that person and the mindset that you had? What makes that difference?
What's make the difference? I think the passion that you have toward what you do, and the gift that God gave to you to deliver things that other people can't.
So you already knew you were better than almost everyone out there. So you knew that was your gift, your talent, and your passion for the last decade. So you never questioned staying in the game and getting better again. That was never a question in your mind.
Not even. That's never crossed through my mind. Stop. Oh, I'm gonna stop. I was thinking. I was just frustrated. I was just angry with myself. Oh man, why I didn't do this? Why I didn't do that? Oh, then I stopped thinking why I didn't do it and what I can do from now.
Oh, there you go.
That's right.
It's done. What have you done?
Yeah, because I wasn't living that frustration and go, what I can do, what could do with that. Then after I take this time and relax, that's begin to come more clear on my mind. Oh man, what I can do from now on, because I have to come back and dominate my division, because of my division I never lost.
So you knew you had the power to make the change, to become better. You knew it was within you, and you trusted yourself to be able to do that.
Yes, because I've been doing this for the last decades. I've been dominating everybody.
What I'm getting at is when we see people who are weak, people who don't do that, people who give up, right? What can we do to help them stay focused on, no, you still have power. No, you still can do this. It's still passion. You still need the passion. You still need the drive.
Yeah.
But instead of just, all right, I give up. Right? Oh, that hurt. I give up. What is it that can make them stay focused, realize they still actually have power. They still have the ability. They still have, if they want it, they can still make it happen. Right? And that's, I think, what we often talk about it when we see people who just seem like, when we talk about people being weak, right? And usually it's, people don't have the same hardships in life that they had a decade ago or a generation ago. And so we expected a certain amount of resilience inside people in the past, that the resilience we see today, we would see it as weak. Maybe it's different. I don't know. Maybe it's whatever. Because they did go through COVID and they did go through all those things. It's not like the younger generations don't have hardships, but they're not the hardships of not having enough food. They're not the hardships that people had in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, right?
Oh my gosh, I know that exactly. Literally, I'm gonna just I shouldn't do this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, people get freaked out. Like I've seen people panic because the internet went down for 2 hours, and they literally just like, hey, they'll be okay. It'll come back.
I'll come back the next 2 minutes.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, so you were in this one fight, and I'm not like an MMA guy. I just watch a couple of everything. But I think his name was Devon Cole. Okay, and he was literally beating the crap out of you. When I was watching that, I thought, you were done. There is no possibility you're going to win this. And then in like 2 seconds, he was tapping out.
He made it back.
I mean, what happened? Like when I see that in my mind, I'm like, no, what? It's not even real what just happened, Because how did you go from, like, you were like almost dead to like him tapping, 2 seconds? Wow.
Man, that's what we were talking about. This even make me very emotional about this fight, because that fight, I was right on the end of my career. Then I was thinking, man, I gotta close my career in high fashion.
Okay.
It's not because I wanted to be fashion, to be cool. No, I want to close with a victory. Then that fight, I don't even supposed to pick them to be on that fight, right? Because this guy was 265 pounds,
Yeah.
right? And I was a 200-pound athlete. I was fighting 205, and he's
Oh, he was 60 pounds.
yeah, he's about 60 pounds different. But Maurice Smith, one of those greatest kickboxers in the history, he invited me. He goes, I want you to be the captain of my team. We're building this team over here. I want you to be the captain. And I have this. I want you to fight in this category over here, the 205. You'll be the captain. I'm going to get this guy in the heavyweight. Da, 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 da. But when we got close to the fight, close to the event, it was called IFL. When they got close to the event, about a month and a half before, one of his heavyweight have disagreement with him, and he went to another team.
Oh.
That was Devon Cole.
Oh.
He went to another team. He disagreed with Maurice, and he went to another team. Then I was the 205, and we have another guy called Reed that was my substitute, right, in the 205. He was fighting 185, but he fight 205 as well. Then Maurice go, man, we don't have nobody in the heavyweight. I think I'm going to pull Reed to the heavyweight. But I was thinking, man, Reed is very light. He's 185. If you pull him, then I told him, no, let's do one thing, man. And we were about to fight against the guy that left the team.
Mm-hmm.
Against the team of the guy that left our team. Then, man, I need somebody to get this Devon Cole. He's a bad guy, and he's this and he's that. Then he goes, I'm gonna put Reed to fight him. We're gonna make Reed eat more. I go, Mo, let's do one thing, man. I get this guy. I gotta get this guy. Don't worry. No, are you sure, Allan? Because you the end of a career, Reed is younger. I go, no, man. Let me handle this, man. Let me handle this. Who's the captain over here? He said, it's you. Then I take the decision, man. I gotta make the decision. I gotta lead this as a captain. I gotta take the biggest battle on the team. And I'm up to this responsibility. And he said, are you sure? I said, I'm positive. Then, okay, announce to the team over there that you're going to take the responsibility. Say, okay, hey, Reed, you stay there, fight 185, go to the 205, get somebody else, fight 85, take my category, then I'm going to go to the heavyweight to fight Devon Cole. And Reed said, okay, deal, let's do this. I believe as a leader, as a captain, like we were talking about the other day, if you're the captain of the boat, if the boat's sinking, you're not the first one to get another boat and leave. Yeah. You're the last one to freaking leave that place. And that's what I believe. That's how I grew up. I was the leader of that team. It's called the Tiger Sharks. I was the leader of the team. Maurice Smith gave me the honor to be the captain of the team. Then I have to lead the team to a victory. Then I took the decision to fight the heavyweight. Then Maurice said, okay, let's start training for this guy because this guy's a big son of a gun. Let's prepare. Then I began to prepare for the fight. We did the whole training. I did the whole camp with Maurice. Maurice Smith is phenomenally sharp up my punch and kicks. Then on the day of the fight, the guy's father sits in the lobby and he looks at me, he squeezes me like this and goes, you're too small for my son. You're going to get hurt tomorrow.
So the psychological warfare is starting.
Out of the lobby.
His
Right out
dad's
of the lobby.
no part
Yeah.
of the campaign.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He grabs me on the arm. He goes like this. Oh, man, you're too little. And he's old, man. I kind of look at him and laugh at it. I go, okay, let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to see if your Giants are going to do anything. You know, then he did. He hurt me really good. Then on the day of weigh-ins, he starts showing his butt to me in the press conference and making jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and he's looking down at me, because he's about 6'5", and I was about 6, and he's looking down there.
But that's part of the.
Oh, that's not my thing. I just laugh at while I'm weighing and laughing at it and kind of enjoy it and have a good time. And, I'm not really focused on, like, I don't take nothing personal. I don't take nothing personal. I walk into the cage. Even if anybody insults me on the street, I don't take personal. I don't know what's the problem he have in his life, why he's so angry. I don't know. I take nothing personal. The same thing I do when I do my job. Then when I walk to the ring, you can see both of us. He's here, I'm here, and then we squared up. The first minute he came like a bull and tried to kill me. You saw the.
Link the video that's still online. You got to see that. That's.
Yeah, it's still, and he rushed bull me. He kind of broke my teeth on the beginning. Bang, bang, bang. He knocked me down twice. But I have a mindset, right? I have the mindset that of never surrender. My master taught me what he told me once. Allan, sometimes you don't have to defeat your enemy. You have to resist your enemy till he surrendered. Then that's come to my mind at the time. Man, this guy's hurting me. He knocked me down twice. I go, guess what? I have nothing to lose anymore, man. I gotta resist this guy till he put me out.
Yeah.
Till he put me out. And he knocked me down once. I stood up. He knocked me down twice. I stood up. Then we engaged in exchanging punch, and I was kind of dizzy already when we exchanging punch. I go, you know what? I'm gonna go out right now because I go, I'm gonna. It's like I literally thought, okay, he's shooting there. We're gonna stand each other, start shooting at each other. Let's see who will die first. You know what I mean? We pointed a gun to each other. That's when we grab each other's neck. He started throwing uppercut. I start throwing uppercut right back. Bang, bang. He hit me. I'm hitting him. Bang, bang, bang. You know. Then he sees that I'm not backing down from his uppercut. Bang, bang, bang. And he made the biggest mistake. He went to my leg. When he went to my leg, I go, oh, man, you're done. grab him on the neck like a snake, grab him and choke him out. But I don't know what would happen if we keep exchanging punches. It was bigger and stronger. I'm not saying I would win or would lose or what would happen, but I'm glad that he made that mistake. And in fight, you cannot make mistakes. You make mistakes, you're done. But that was a
Yeah, that's what I've always thought. It's like, in anything, it's okay to be like mediocre if the other guy doesn't know very much. But if he knows some stuff, even a tiny, he'll capitalize.
hurt you.
Yeah.
And you heard that, like I tell everybody, MMA is not like playing golf. It's not like playing volleyball. You know what I mean? I know you playing volleyball, basketball is very hard. You under final, you under the pressure. You go to all the anxiety under pressure. You playing whatever, any sport you go in, a lot. You have a lot of pressure on you, especially if you're in the final, if you have to win, or fight for a title, whatever. But the difference is, if you're playing basketball, you might go back home with the hurting finger, twisting ankle. The MMA, man, you maybe might not go back.
Now, it's a different thing because the other guy is technically not trying to hurt you. I mean, the thing of MMA is he's trying to hurt you. That's the objective.
That's what I'm saying, because that's the difference between volleyball, basketball, and MMA. You know that even if you win that fight, you're still going to get punched in the face.
That's what makes it so good for the spectators. Two wild animals, highly trained, probably about. And you're like, this is going to be a good show.
It is going to be a good show. Then that's the difference.
Yeah.
Of, oh, I played golf, I lost in the final. Oh, I'm going to cry, I'm sad, whatever. On MMA, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be sad and cry, but maybe with a broken nose or no teeth.
Now, how is that different than like a real fight? I'm not saying that's not a real fight, but I guess the one that's not. But you still have rules. You still have Korean. Yeah, against somebody, but there's
A street fight versus an MMA fight?
yeah, like
That's pretty much the same reality. If you get a guy from the fight scene,
there's not a big difference.
you're going to kill a guy on the street. That would not make much difference. That's why we fight in the cage, because you're gonna fight on the street. I never. Last time I fought on the street was what, 16 years old. You know, because I really like to pick up a challenge to myself. You know, I don't want to beat somebody up that don't know how to defend themselves.
Well, that's true because you're in a regular fight. You're probably not fighting anybody with huge amount of experience. This other guy's a trained killer.
Exactly.
And you're
That's two guys with the same caliber competing against each other. Another guy on the street that you're gonna hurt him, then afterwards you're gonna go, what the hell did I?
oh, interesting. Yeah.
What? Man, you're gonna get yourself. I speak for myself. I feel guilty so bad. I feel so bad in the level of why? Why did I do that? You know that. Then that's why when you do mixed martial arts, you're never gonna see a guy that martial artist, a real martial artist, fight on the street, because
No.
it's making no sense whatsoever.
So interesting because I've trained under you, and then I've also trained a lot with like guns under special forces guys. I mean, these guys are literally trained killers, and when we say kill people, they've killed thousands of people potentially, but they are the nicest, kindest people. I mean, why is that? I've never fully understood that. What's going on psychologically there?
Truly believe, if you know, if you have the knowledge and the techniques and to create so much violence, you become more lovely.
Yeah, that's crazy. Can you link those up? I'm not sure how or why that happens.
It's because, man, I master violence.
Yes.
And I fight with other people that master the same thing.
Yeah.
Then when we fight with each other, we match our strengths,
Right.
right? And if I tell you I'm a common guy, I'm not. I'm not a normal guy on the street. I'm not a normal guy. I'm not like him.
Yeah.
I'm not like you. I'm a different animal.
Yeah, you're a different animal.
I'm a different animal. I'm a guy that I can dispatch people to heaven
Yeah.
in minutes,
Yeah.
right? Then when you have this understanding, you become more peaceful for the fact you understand that you can dispatch 99.9999999 of the people on this planet,
Yeah. My gosh, yeah.
right? Then you don't need to be proving yourself, because the way I prove myself is in the cage.
Yeah, right.
I don't need to be on the
That
street
is-
proving myself to say, oh, look at me, how tough I am, and I'm going to tell my buddies how good I am, how much I beat this guy in the club, because I tell my buddies, hey, look, go to the internet, turn it on, watch the TV today because I'm going to kick this guy's ass.
Yeah.
I don't. The need of these people is to brag, to tell their friends, oh, I beat this guy, I beat that guy, I beat that guy. My brag is, hey man, turn on the TV because tomorrow I'm gonna face somebody that really have the caliber to face me.
Yeah, real.
Yes, a real.
Not shooting pigs out of a helicopter. There's no risk.
Yeah, it's not.
With a laser rangefinder.
Yeah, it's not shooting ducks on the barrel. I'm not.
There's one other animal bite back.
Exactly. That's is lion fight lion. So exactly. That I don't. I'm not here to prove to people who I am on the street, because I know who I am. I don't need to prove to you, to him, to anybody. I know who I am.
So that's so interesting. So I think this, okay, here's what I think. I have a theory about this, right? Why jiu-jitsu is so important. Because I think as men,
Have you read the book Art of War?
yeah. Now I've read the War of Art, both of them.
He said, if you know yourself,
Yeah.
you can fight 1,000 enemies.
Mhm.
If you don't know yourself, don't even walk into the battle.
Okay.
Don't even walk to the battlefield. You gotta know yourself. It's like on everything. Hey, if you know you're a great engineer, you're gonna walk into the battlefield with thousands of other engineers, and you say, I'm gonna become supreme. I will build the best skyscraper than everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And in case I find somebody better than me, good, he defeats me, I come back next time, I will defeat this guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? If you were good in what you do, you don't need walking on the street. You don't see a doctor walking on the street. Hey, how you doing? I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Hey, how you doing? I'm an engineer.
Well, sometimes you do, actually.
Those ones, the most crappy ones.
So they think they're gone.
That's the crappy ones.
Yeah.
The crappy ones brags about what they do.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see a guy that good, amazing what he do, walking on the street. I'm a fighter, man. How you doing? So freaking stupid.
Yeah.
I never walk into a party where I have my friends and common people. Go, hey, how you doing, guys? Let's talk about fight. Hey, I'm a fighter. I'm Jiu-Jitsu champion. Wouldn't it be so stupid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It makes no freaking sense. I'm sitting around common people. I'm a doctor. Hey, guy, how you doing? What you do? I'm a doctor.
So,
Who gives a damn?
so let me ask you this. So, the MMA fighting, since
You know what I mean? Who gives a damn about this? You know what I mean? Just be around people and enjoy people.
If you don't even work,
If somebody asking you, say, hey man, yeah, I do this, I do that. That's my job. Da, 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 da. Because the simplicity is the most powerful thing.
I know it's exactly simple.
Just keep simple, man. It's like you dress. You dress simple. Dress with neon on the neck, gold chain, like gold on the teeth. Why? I don't do that. I could buy a coat to put on my teeth, but why would I do that? I could buy me whole shirt, me right here, giving each other look at my shirt. That's people that aren't in here. I got the best one over here, Tuva. Tuva original.
So one of the things you talked about was when you're fighting and you're going up against someone who's equal level to you, and you're mastering the violence against each other, right? So that puts you in a stressful situation, and you overcome that, and that gives you growth and gives you identity. You know who you are. Can someone achieve that level of identity without being an MMA fighter? So could you be a jiu-jitsu master that doesn't do MMA fighting and still get to that level of confidence, that level of self-confidence?
Absolutely. That's what jiu-jitsu does to you.
What about are any other ones that you think are similar in building that type of confidence in people?
I believe so. There's a lot of good martial arts out there. It's like boxing, wrestling. I like, me personally, I like wrestle. Right? I think the wrestle gives you the most confidence. Why? Because if I fight somebody on the street, in case I fight somebody on the street, if I'm a boxer, now I have to punch this guy in the face.
Which is a problem. You got hurt them.
You know, I have to hurt this guy. As a jiu-jitsu guy, I wrap him up in 2 seconds. Without hurting him until him to listen.
Until he calms down.
I told you this story. There was one time in the 1,000 step. I was hanging out over there, relaxing. This guy walked to me. I own this beach over here. I go, buddy, this is a public beach. I go, my mother lives over there. If anybody owns this beach, it would be your mother, but not even her can own this beach, man. Because this is America, man. We don't own beaches over here. You know? And he kept talking. I'm not afraid of you. I go, you're not supposed to be afraid of me. Don't look like what? A crocodile or something? If you look like you should be running. Because I'm very... Buddy, why? You're not supposed... I'm not intimidated by you. You don't supposed to be intimidated by me, man. But he was drunk. Then he goes, what's up? And he attacked me. It was me and Chad. Me and Chad. He attacked me. Okay, dude. I put him on the ground. Told him, I mouthed on him and said, dude, listen. Don't do this again. You're going to get hurt, man. He goes, I got it. Dominate him, I control him. I got it. Then I let him go. Now, he saw that he didn't get hurt. And I wasn't violent with him. And I completely dominated him without hurting him, right? Now, in his mind, he thinks, oh, he didn't hurt me. He never punched me in the face. He never done. And he just dominated. He held me in the position that I couldn't get out. But I'm going to try again. Maybe I got a chance. There it comes again. I go, okay, now you're going to pay. You're going to pay for this. He attacked me. I took him down again. Put him on his chest and mouth on his back. I put the hooks on his back. He had his chest on the ground. We on the beach. I began to pile sand right in front of his face, and he's on the chest like this on the ground. I'm on his back over here. I start piling sand right in front of him, and I begin to eat all the sand on the beach. Which sand on every hole of his face, on his mouth, on his ear, on his eyes. I couldn't hurt him. But most of the people would start punching the crap out of him. I would not do that. I said, no, you know what? I'm going to make this guy learn a lesson. I'm going to make his mouth full of sand, his ear full of sand, and his eyes. He's going to go back home, never mess with anybody. Then I piled up him with sand. They go, man, I learned the lesson. I learned. I go, are you sure you learned? His mouth. Okay, very good. Then he stood up and he with the eyes closed, go, man, where's the ocean? I push him around the oceans in this direction over here. Boom! Kick him on the ass. And I didn't want to hurt him. I just want to teach him a lesson. You know? That's the point, right? That's the difference of jiu-jitsu for every other martial arts. Because if you're a karate, you have to strike this guy.
Yeah, that's a problem.
If you're a boxer or kickboxer, you still have to strike this guy just to defend yourself. I'm not saying you run if this guy attacking you. You have to defend yourself. But I don't need to get on the level of hit this guy to show my point.
Yeah. And that's sorry to interrupt you, but it's like that's the thing about jiu-jitsu, and I want to try to bring this back to logic and critical thinking. But jiu-jitsu has so much nuance in it. I mean, think of somebody, a boxer, hit somebody in the head, they knock them out,
The head of the ground guy.
and they're dead.
You 25 years in jail.
But it's not nuance. It's just on or on. It's like a gun.
It's because what people don't know is what's gonna kill the guy. It's not your punch. You know what's kill him? He hit the ground. He's head on the ground. Because your punch is nothing. Your punch, if he gets hit, he falls on the cush, you're gonna wake up. No, but he hit this guy. He hit the head on the ground. He's dead.
Killed someone.
Now you kill somebody. Now you gotta live with that. And not only live with that, you're going to live in a place called a prison.
And you got the guilt, and you got all that. And your family's. You've destroyed your life.
I tell everybody, when you see the man with the black cape, he's not going to forgive you. Do you know who's the man with the black cape? The judge.
Oh, the judge, shit. That's okay. Yeah.
When you see the man showing up with the cape over there, he goes like this with the cape and go, look, he come with the cape and a hammer. Hey, right here. What do you do? 25 to life.
No, but one of the things I was thinking, so we were watching you teach a class yesterday. You were rolling on the ground with some of the students. And you were walking them through what to do next. So they were holding you in a position, and then you said, okay, do this. And then they didn't do it right, or they didn't get that position right, or they were trying to get their legs. And you're sitting there, okay. And without even looking at them, you could tell what their body's doing. And then say, okay, logically, this is the next thing you need to do. You were walking them through almost a logic exercise of what to do in this situation, what to do. But it wasn't portrayed as a logic exercise, but I could tell that in your mind, walking through what I would do next, and teaching them that.
I have to because they're my student. I have to guide them and give direction. I could be blindfold over there and be teaching him. The same thing. At the same time, I was rolling with him. I was teaching him, but I was watching someone else. I was teaching someone else as well. It's like you were a teacher. You have 30 people in the class. I'm teaching you here personally, but I'm watching this guy bulk up and say, hey, don't do that. Hey, this is not good. Hey, you do this.
Because I've seen you in class before. There's like 20, 30 people. You're turned around on the phone, and I'm way in the corner. You cannot see me. And then you're calling my name. Stop it. How do you feel like eyeballs in the back of your head? How did that work? How do you know that? Because I've seen it over and over. I'm thinking you're so checked out. You're not even paying attention. Like, what?
No, because that's what you think. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to everything. Even before I get on the phone or talking to somebody, I was already seeing what you're doing. I just have to look. I learned that's with my master. My master Gossam. I have the same question for him.
It's like magical.
Yeah. No, it's just experience of being around Jiu-Jitsu so long. And I can look at, I go, okay, this guy doing this. I look at this one, this guy doing this. Then I memorize what everybody kind of doing. Then I start let them know, hey, you got to fix this, you got to do this.
Okay.
Because I see the movement. He's doing it.
See the pattern.
And I say,
I know where it's going to get.
yeah, I know where's it. I see the pattern of the movement. Then I go, okay, don't do this because by you doing this, they're going to create this reaction that they're going to be in that trouble. So you don't be in that situation. You do this and this and that.
And I saw that last night because there was a girl, and I don't think she even knew, but she said, when you get rolled over, do something with your hand. I don't think she knew she wasn't going to get rolled over. But you knew she wasn't going to get rolled over.
Of course, because I was seeing already because he was trying to roll her and she kept doing the same thing. When I'm training with this guy here, said, hey, put your hand on the ground.
Yeah.
She knows it because it's just a simple movement. It's just a simple move to go.
Yeah.
Because she's holding. It's like when you fight somebody, you don't want to hold their body. You want to control your weight over their body. But she was holding their body. Oh, I'm going to hold him. No, you don't hold him. You put your weight on him. And in case that he create another movement, you find your base, that what she was not finding that base. That's why Because when I'm rolling, when I'm teaching, I keep my eyes on everybody. I'm sitting here, but I'm seeing what everybody doing.
Yeah. That's quite skill.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a long time. I mean, in the military, I'm not in the military, but they call it situational awareness.
Situational
awareness
awareness.
around you,
That's
you know.
exactly what it is. Because I'm not just worried about their techniques. I'm worried about them not getting hurt.
Yeah. Yes.
Because that's my main objective. My main goal in the class is make sure you learn without getting hurt. Because all of a sudden you can get hurt like this.
Yeah, it's bad for business.
Right? It's not bad. I don't even think about business. I'm thinking about this person
Okay, yeah.
being frustrated.
Yeah, no, right.
To go, no, now I'm hurt. I cannot do this. Now she became, him or she became psychologically feeling bad for herself.
Yeah.
And I try to avoid those traumas till they really dive into jiu-jitsu, because when they begin to dive into jiu-jitsu and learn the whole process, they're going to go, wow, this is great. It's like, I tell you, I love history class. Why I did love history? My best grade in class, I used to get C minus, D, mathematics, D minus plus, D. History was 10. Every time I got A. History was precisely. Why? Because one day I was a kid. When I was a kid, all my mathematics teachers terrible, rude, right? One day, my history teacher, his name is Mao, he's big beer guy. He walk in the class, he goes like this. Because I'm not paying attention. I don't want to pay attention. I gotta do like I'm doing the mathematics class. I'm gonna just take a note and do that crap at home, and I'm done. Maybe I get C minus, D plus, I pass. I want to pass. He goes like this. He saw me talking in the class. He goes, "What's your name?" First day of class. I go, "My name's Allan." Very good, Allan. My name is Professor Mao. How are you? Well, good. What's going on? He goes, "You interrupted my class. You talking during the process of my class. I'm not really happy with this." I go, "So?"
Okay. So,
He goes, "Let me tell you something. You don't have to be in my class. On the end of the year, I'm gonna pass you. You don't have to come. I'm not even bothered. You don't have to be here. Don't come. You're not obligated to sit in this class over here. Well, if I don't come, if I don't come, I'm not gonna pass. Just say I'm gonna pass." He goes, "No, no, 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 no. I pass you. No problem. You pick your grades how you want to pass. I'm gonna pass you. But if you want to be part of my class over here, you gotta sit over there and be quiet." Now this guy caught my interest in learn history.
oh, interesting.
Why? Because he never lectured me. You gotta pay attention. You gotta do this. You don't do this. I'm gonna punch you with this. I go, go ahead, punch me. I don't give a damn. I gotta get my D plus and my C. This guy said, "Hey, I'm gonna pass you, man. You can go home. You see, you can give out. You can leave hour early, man. Go home. Go to the beach. You're gonna pass at the end of the." I go, "Really? You're gonna do that?" He goes, "I promise I won't." He goes, next day, I felt so bad for this guy being so nice. I go, "Man, I'm gonna go to I never miss Professor Mauner's class. And then the year after, when he was about to teach it in another class, I asked personally, I said, "Hey, I want to learn history with Professor." I was 4 years with this guy, since 8th grade all the way to my graduation. I persistently asked to the school to be part of his class. You see, sometimes if you force people to do things, they don't want to. You take their choices away. People hate that. When they go, "Hey, you have a choice, man. You can be here, enjoy, be part of this, or hour early, buddy. You can go home. You're good to go. I'm not gonna tell you, Dad, you bad student. You're gonna pass." I got addicted about history. This guy make me feel like, oh, And I used to sit down after class with him and I'm like, listen, let me tell. He used to talk to me about history, telling me story. Let me tell you a story, Allan, about this guy. Let me talk about this guy Magellan. I go, oh, Magellan, man, this great navigator. And many people think he found the Philippines. I mean, most of the Philippines think he's from Spain. No, he was a Portuguese. Then he began to break a history. And this guy traveled the whole world. He traveled around the world on his boat. He left with 300 people, come back, and he died in his boat, come back to Spain with 11 people. You know, this guy was great. And he goes, oh, I'm telling you about Thomas Coelho. Thomas Coelho was the guy, the first one that break the Cabo de Boa Esperança when we found the Americans. He was the first one. Then today, kids don't know who's Thomas Coelho. People don't know who's Magellan. People know who's Britney Spears, who's P. Diddy. Who gives a damn about these people? You know, what they did to the world. Did they change the world? What they did nothing. Yeah. You know, that the heroes today are backwards. You know, that's what I learned with this guy. He taught me how to appreciate history. He taught, and he inspires me to have the curiosity to, 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 to learn. And let me tell you who's Vicente Pinzon. Vicente Pinzon, that was the guy that navigated Cristobal Columbus. Cristobal Columbus was just chilling over there, but who found it? Was Vicente Pinzon. Cristobal Columbus was just an aristocrat sitting there at the line of Cristobal Columbus. And this guy, Vicente Pinzon was the first one to step in America. That we're losing the idea what's the real heroes in this world. Today, we watch Puff Daddy, PV, those craps that we share with the kids instead of share the real story of the real people, the people that challenge the world, challenge themselves, navigate around the world without GPS. Today you give a kid a GPS, he doesn't know how to leave Orange County to LA. They cannot. No, a GPS.
That's me.
No, GPS. You give them a GPS electronic, they cannot go across the street to find a 7-Eleven. You know? Then we have those guys that navigated the world. Now we teach them who's cool, Snoopy Dogg. Dude. Can check out reality. I don't care about Stupid Dog.
You gotta give him that.
I don't care. He never done nothing. What did he done? And did he change the world? Did he change the society? Did he navigate the world? What a compass? No. You know.
Listen. Okay, I want to go because I don't know how much time we have left. But something that I've been dying to.
Yes, definitely. Ask me the last question.
So we're talking about logic and love. And Chris is kind of
talking about logic. And even when I started jiu-jitsu, I wasn't so logical. I was diving into passion. Sometimes passion and logic, they walk together.
Okay, but listen, you are known. I've heard many other high-ranking black belts know about you. And they talked about you. And they said that you are one of the most technical practitioners. Like every little nuance step into this. So I think you have more logic than you think you have.
Yeah, this is not much logic. That was my ADD kicking in.
ADD logic. Where?
That was my ADD that I try to. If I do something, I try to do. When I receive a mission, I believe this mission comes from the divine.
Divine, yes.
It's a divine mission. Then I try to do this as great as possible. Not because of myself. Why I practice jiu-jitsu in such a high level to learn and to do the finest jiu-jitsu? Yeah. Because I have somebody that inspired me. Was not a Snoopy Dogg, was Carson Gracie.
Yeah.
I have somebody that to look up to. I have Carlos Gracie. I have Hélio Gracie. I have Murilo Bustamante. I have Minotauro Nogueira. I have people
Yeah, you
that
brilliant.
inspires me.
With your jiu-jitsu, you changed the whole world.
Yeah.
Brazil just over there. Next thing you know, where the heck did these guys come? And remember back early in the day, if you even found like a jiu-jitsu white, not white belt, but even a blue belt or purple belt, I knew that these guys are gods. You know, it's a purple belt.
Yes.
And nobody knew anything about it. And it's like nobody could defend against it. It's just like, what the heck is this? You know?
Because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu came to change the world of mixed martial arts and the martial arts itself.
Yeah.
Today's Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu conquered since the South America, all the way to the Mediterranean. That was the conquer of Jiu-Jitsu. That's the biggest growing martial arts in the world. Do you know why? Because we had founding fathers. And we did this in respect to our founding fathers. It was not about myself.
Oh, that's...
It was not about me. It was about the people that came before me. Today, people do Jiu-Jitsu think about themselves. I don't think about myself. I did for my founding fathers, the people that sacrificed themselves before me.
This is like, okay, this makes sense to me. Because you believe in God, a higher power. And I'm learning Greek, right? So there's this word called doulos, and it actually literally means like slave or servant. So you're a servant, a slave.
The samurai, the servant.
A servant to this thing. Okay, this is my guess, right? This is where the love part comes in. So now you love others, is that correct?
100%.
Can you beat somebody up and still love them?
Absolutely.
Because you didn't kill them. You just get just enough to...
I don't think I'm beating him. I'm testing myself.
Okay.
I'm testing the skill I have. As the same way you do. You become an engineer. Then there's one company's gonna hire one engineer to work, but there's 100 out there.
Yeah.
You don't hate the other 99. You just want to do better than the 99 over there. 99 other people that are there. Doesn't mean you hate them, but they are your competitor, and you go.
Well, in some ways, they drive you.
Of
You're
course,
grateful to them in some ways.
the only people that drives you is the people that challenge you.
Yeah.
Everybody that challenges you physically, mentally, they become your masters.
It's so interesting.
Learn. Don't ever. I never hate my enemy. My enemy is the manifest of my growing.
Oh, that's such a different way to look at it. So many people hate them.
No, I don't hate my
Use them as
enemy.
a gift.
No, he's there to teach me. It's a gift. I'm learning. What can I learn from this?
That's a fancy way of saying
And it's not what life did to me.
it. Yeah.
It's what I do with the things that life throw at me.
Well, that's the problem, because victimhood is just rampant right now.
Yes, because like you said, we
going
live in the generation of excuses.
Yeah.
Excuses, crying, and victimize themselves. It's about their feeling. It's not about what it is.
It's always
About me. It's about me.
That's what it is. It's always
About me. I don't do Jiu-Jitsu because it's about me. I do Jiu-Jitsu in respect of the founding fathers and the people that come before us.
Oh yeah.
I feel like when we've had this discussion, I don't think love is the word we need.
But we gotta go to love. Can you give me a better word? Can you link up love and logic or another word?
I said servant, though.
Serve
Others.
But that's love, though.
You want to serve because, hey, we talk about
He wants to be precise. Like, no, I'm using love. I'm not big on lines.
Look, the tree doesn't give the fruit. The tree doesn't eat his own fruit. The sun doesn't shine for himself. We're here to serve others. When we serve others, that's the power of life. That's when you change other people. That's like you come to my gym to learn Jiu-Jitsu. If you don't learn what I have to teach you, you leave because you got frustrated, you got hurt. I'm gonna feel that. I'm gonna feel that I fell on you. To not be able to share with you the passion I have.
So did you get sad when I left then?
Of course, I get sad with anybody that leaves.
Sad now because now that I came back to class, I'm like,
It's not because I'm sad in terms of, oh man, I feel bad. I feel bad that I don't feel sad for you because you came and learned.
yeah.
I feel sad. I feel sad because, oh man, you had to leave when I was in the process, make you, build you.
You know what's so crazy about this? Listen, you got to listen to this. The part that was so crazy, and I think when I was a white belt, I thought I knew a lot of stuff and I didn't know anything. And it wasn't until the blue belt that I started to realize I didn't know anything. It's like I got barely smart enough to know just how dumb I was actually. But okay, let me address another concern too. It's like when I got a blue belt, I felt like an imposter. I didn't feel like I deserved that. And I wanted to talk to you about that. Like, you should give this to me. But then, you know what? Thought that crossed in my mind. I mean, you are the master.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to
That's the problem with most of the people. They want to, that's the problem. That's why people victimize themselves today because they think, oh, I know what I deserve. It's like I'm going to college, go, hey, I don't want to go to the next grade because I don't feel like I'm going to go to the next grade. Hey man, who's the freaking master over here? Me or you?
So that raises an
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Who determines what someone deserves? Do you determine what you deserve? I think the answer is no. Other people determine what you deserve.
It's like, especially when you're being practice martial arts. You're going to, hey, I think you can walk in and say, I think I deserve a brown belt tomorrow. What you think is doesn't matter. What you think is doesn't matter.
I got to tell you.
What you think, what you're feeling, I don't care about your feeling, what you think. You know, many people go, hey, master, I think I deserve a blue belt. Yeah, I think I deserve to go to Paris tomorrow.
You want to hear a
Well,
story?
guess what? My girlfriend won't let me do it because I have a lot of things to do over here.
Listen, man, you got to listen to the story. Okay, when I first walked in the next day with the blue belt, you know who I ran into? Forza. And you know what? He was pissed. He goes, how dare you come in with that blue belt? And I'm like, Forza, what's going on? He goes, no, you need like 5 or 10 minutes of me going full steam on you. I'm like, and he thought I strapped it on myself, actually. I'm like, Forza? It's like, Alan gave it to me. Master gave it to me. If you have a problem, don't talk to Master about it, you know?
Yeah, but who is he? How the audacity?
He thought I strapped it on myself.
Where's the audacity that he had and the knowledge that he had to say anything? You know what it is? It's the ego.
That's the
That's the ego.
And he nice.
Yeah, but sometimes,
Even the nicest guys have egos.
sometimes the nicest guy sometimes is the most arrogant.
And I'm like, I don't know.
He's a nice guy over here, but deep inside, because hey, you don't grow from outside in.
Yeah.
You grow from inside out.
Oh, that is interesting.
If you want to change
Yeah.
the relationship around you between your wife or your friends, you don't change them. You change yourself.
Yeah, then that's what everybody wants to do. It's like I'm uncomfortable with the world, so the world has to change.
No, not out of the world. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good enough. I'm perfect. Whatever it is, you're good. But then if I want something I want, how do I? You can't change other people. That's
So you gotta learn the
You
skills.
don't change. You don't change.
what you learn the skills. You changed.
Yeah.
If you
I
learn the
see what
skills,
you're
you
saying.
change.
Exactly. That's what it is. Come from inside out. You don't change people, man. I learned this. I learned this after 2 divorce. Okay? I'm a black belt in divorce.
Only a second.
I'm a second black belt in divorce. I don't change people. If I want to be active, and my kids taught me that as well.
Mhm.
I go, man, sometimes I want to get my kid. I go, man, I have to change myself. I have to change my behavior because my behavior will externalize.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I truly believe.
That's pretty awesome. Any last questions? Oh. Tell people how to get and connect with you if they want to come see you or still taking like memberships or.
Yes, you can come to Orange County. You know what it is.
Yeah.
We are the Constant Grace gym in the Capistrano.
I'll put a link.
Yeah, put a link over there and put a link of our brand.
Your brand, yeah.
That's my new brand.
Nice.
You know, Tuva. It's called Tuva Original.
So it's all jiu-jitsu equipment? Is that
No,
what it is?
that's more lifestyle. It's more
Lifestyle.
lifestyle clothing. Yeah, but we have the jiu-jitsu and music, skate. We don't have
Okay.
any. Yeah, it's more lifestyle.
Can I buy a shirt too? Am I okay?
Of course,
I'll buy a shirt.
you can go online buy a shirt, short, keys,
What about hat?
hats. You can buy anything.
So I think I'm gonna wear it to that now as well too. That's awesome.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Awesome, Chris.
Good talking to you.
Good talking to you.